All right, welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. My name is George Wright III. I am your host, and today we are going to get really practical. I want to give you some tips and strategies on how to get more time in your day. These are going to be ways for you to become more productive. So here's what I was thinking the other day, because I've heard this comment a lot. Have you ever felt overwhelmed with your day? Have you just felt like maybe the day got away from you? You were just extremely busy. Maybe you felt like, I have no idea where my day went. I was running errands, I was working in my business and responding to this and that and the kids and business and relationships. And, time just passes away really quickly. Have you noticed how quickly the year has gone by? Have you noticed how quickly time's passing lately? Well, most importantly, do you ever feel like time has passed and you didn't even realize where it went? Or, more importantly, you feel like you didn't really get anything accomplished, or you didn't accomplish at least your goals, the things that were the most important to you. Well, I think we've all felt this way. I know I certainly have. And it's part of just navigating this busy, crazy, fast-paced life. But today I want to talk to you a little bit about how to become more productive and intentional with your time. Because when I consult and mentor, and I've got several companies and individuals I've mentored with, it always comes up that one of their biggest obstacles holding them back from their goals is their time management, or their ability to find the time to work on the things that's important. And admittedly, this is one of the biggest challenges that people have. So today, let's talk about this, because if you're going to go through life and continue the pattern of looking back, wondering where your time went, you're going to be filled with a lot of regret. You're going to not achieve your goals, your dreams, and your desires, and you're going to be constantly looking back rather than looking forward. So first and foremost, you need to realize, and this is the thing I want you to really listen to for a minute, you've got to realize, and you've got to believe, and you've got to accept that your time is your greatest asset. It's your greatest asset. I know we're focused on money and things and business and relationships, but time truly is your greatest asset because it's the greatest equalizer. Think about it for a minute. We all receive the same amount of time. Whether you believe it or not, you do control where you spend your time. You can waste it, you can spend it, or you can let it slip by, or you can choose to invest it in things that will create value and reward for you. You can invest your time to build relationships, to create an amazing business, to increase your active and your passive income, or even dedicate your time for service or philanthropy, or to give back to those that you care about, and so many other ideas, right? But you do control your time, whether you believe it or not. Now, until you realize and accept and decide that it has value, you're not truly going to prioritize that. You're not going to value your time, and so you'll never really spend it wisely. So that's why I wanted to start by really identifying the fact that you have to create that value in your mind for your time. Now, you've got to learn to budget your time just like any other asset. You've heard me say this before, that what you focus on grows. What you focus on, you're going to attract more of into your life. And when you don't value your time, it gets wasted. It gets spent. It disappears. And you can seem, at the end of the day, you just can't seem to figure out where it went. So just like your paycheck or the money that's been disappearing out of your bank account, and you end up with more month at the end of the money, you've got to learn to track and budget your time. Now, I joke, and your budget's a whole nother conversation for another day, but for now, let's just do this. Let's learn to prioritize and value and track our time. Because when you accept that time is your most valued asset, and you treat it like an asset, it's going to begin to build in your life. You're going to build more wealth when you focus on wealth. So the second thing I want to say is that you have to be intentional with your time. You need to make specific, intentional decisions with when and where and what you're going to spend your time on. It sounds simple, but most people don't do it. You need to protect your time like it's your last few dollars in your bank account. You have to ask yourself, how am I going to spend my time today to create the best return on my best life? So let's pause for a minute and let's think about this, because I know what some of you are thinking. You're like, George, it's easy for you to say because you have your own business. You get to wake up and work out whenever you like, and you make your own schedule. And this is true, but it's not always been that way. You see, people think that the truth is that I have free time and flexible time, and that's just a benefit. But that's That's actually a result. So listen to what I'm saying for a minute. My free time and flexible time is a result of managing my time, working hard, and creating a return of more time. Sometimes the best return you can get on your time is more time. This comes from working hard specifically. More importantly, it comes from being intentional with where you're spending your time. And you can't just spend your time haphazardly every day responding to the whims of life and think you're gonna free yourself up. That just never happens. You're never gonna just somehow randomly free yourself up. Life is a trap. It buries you in the mediocrity of being average in your existence, and it takes advantage of you. Your mind and your time take advantage of you if you let them. So you have to break out of the pattern that you're in. You have to break out of the thinking pattern that I don't have enough time, because that's what's gotten you in this situation in the first place. Stop thinking that way. You can totally change things about your day. You have 24 hours a day. You probably sleep a third of that time anyway, or maybe you don't sleep, and that's the problem as well. But Tony Robbins has been quoted as saying that everything in life and productivity comes down to two things. Number one, resources, like your time and money. And number two, resourcefulness, which is your ability to, create change or desire or motivate yourself for change. And ultimately, it really only boils down to resourcefulness. Because if you become more resourceful, you'll find more time and money. You will. I believe that. So your ability to be resourceful and specific and have specific intent with your time is the answer. Besides, what have you got to lose? Right now, it's time to start making some changes and get your time back and start living your best life, right? So let me give you some tips on how you can create more productivity and time in your day. And hopefully these are some things that may even jog your memory or jog some ideas for you, because you've heard some of these things before, but I want you to really assess your life. The best way to figure out how to manage your time better and get more time is to actually look at your time. I've had people tell me over the years, write out what you're doing, and sometimes I felt that's kind of dumb, but when I've done it, it's been an eye opener. So let me give you some ideas and things you can change right now. Number one, you got to set goals. You have to set goals because that's the milestone and benchmark you schedule your time around. Number two, you've got to schedule your time. You have to have a planner. If you don't have some kind of a planner, Google Calendar, schedule or something, then your time's just getting spent. It's like not tracking your budget. When money just goes in and out, you don't have any idea where it's going. How are you going to ever do anything with it? How are you ever going to make it better? A planner or a schedule is a way for you to track your time. Next thing you got to do is prioritize your activities. Always start your day and week by starting with the big rocks. Start with the things that are the most important and then let everything else fill in. And don't negotiate those times. Create boundaries and barriers. And then another thing is set time limits. Don't go into meetings or events or things and just let them drag on to whatever you want them to be. Set a time limit ahead of time on what you're going to be doing. Another suggestion is take breaks in between. One of the best ways to be productive is not to just grind through your day. Split the tasks and priorities up, and then in between, take some breaks. What this will do is this allow you to also, I was going to suggest, when you start a new task, reset your intention. Brendon Burchard talks about this. He does a masterful job of this because he says every time you start an activity, you can just kind of go through that activity and be somewhat productive, or you can be intentional. You have to set your intention. My goal with my time is to do this, and you'll get it done in 1/10 of the time. You'll save yourself so much time if instead of going into work and sitting on the phone for 8 hours, you go in for 2 hours, bang it out, get more done. You'll be more productive. Another suggestion is to get organized. Sometimes when you organize other areas of your life, your time seems to free up as well. It's that overwhelm and that clutter and that complexity of your life that's keeping you from being more streamlined. Now, one of my partners, Robert Stuberg, likes to say every year he makes a goal. A lot of us try to come up with new ideas. His goal is to delegate or eliminate something in his life. There's always ways to delegate or eliminate things you're doing. There might be things other people are doing. I mean, it might sound simple like, taking care of your accounting, which I've outsourced, taking care of your landscaping, which I've outsourced, taking care of your cleaning, which I've outsourced, because my time's is worth more. So delegate or eliminate tasks that don't serve your purpose, that don't serve your goals. Be intentional. Prioritize things that match your vision. If that's not taking you in the direction of your vision, you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. whether that's your family, friends, relationships, business, health, fitness, mindset, whatever it is. And most importantly, I want to just suggest plan your schedule in advance. Successful people don't wake up in the morning and say, what am I going to do today? Successful people already know what they're doing. That's why you can't get an appointment with them for about a week, because they've already planned their week out. If you have goals and you have vision, then you should already know what you need to be working on for the entire week. And if you don't, then you don't have goals and vision, or you haven't planned or prioritized your day. Those are the things that I want to suggest you start doing. Now, here's some obvious ones. Number one, don't wake up and check your phone. I'm not going to go into all the details, but give yourself 30 to 60 minutes before you check your phone, because what you're doing is you're literally wiring your brain. Your neuroplasticity in your brain is getting you addicted to responsive mode rather than proactive mode. You've got to stop checking your phone. Number two, don't check your email. There again, you're just being reactive, not proactive. Check your email after noon when you know you've gotten the most important things done. Another thing I would suggest to you is monitor your phone time, social media and apps and things like that. All you got to do is go to the settings of your phone. It'll tell you how much you're on your phone. It'll blow your mind how much time you're wasting every day looking at this app or that app or social media or whatever, email, text, whatever it is. Check your phone and monitor your time. Know where you're spending your time. And another thing is take time before you go to bed. Now, there are some things that may not sound productive, but when you take and block out a little bit of time for your evening rituals before you go to sleep, you're going to sleep your 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours much better. It's going to be much more productive. Sleep is something you need to be productive with as well, because it affects everything else in your day. So those are some additional suggestions I have. Now, these are all ways that you can create a better return on your time. They're going to lead you to more productivity in your life. And as an added bonus, you're going to start managing your time better. You're going to get tons more benefits in life and quality of life. Look, it reduces stress. You get more time. You have more opportunities. Your health gets better. You have ability to recognize and realize your goals. And there's so many more benefits to time management than simply being productive. So I hope these are ideas and strategies that will motivate you, inspire you to value your time. Because if you'll begin to become more aware of your time and you'll treat it like an asset, you will absolutely grow and grow and grow your time, your active income, your passive income, your relationships, your business, your productivity, everything will increase. That's my message for today. Thanks for listening. I appreciate you. I hope you'll share this with other people that you feel it might help. Help us spread the message. My name is George Wright III, and this has been the Daily Mastermind. Have a great day.